is Kendra. Welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for being here. Today we are in a different area of my home. This is actually my closet, and I have decided that this is where I'm going to do any chatty kind of videos, and today's video is actually me giving you guys some plus size style tips, but it's probably not what you think. So without further ado, let's hop in. Just getting real cozy. This is from Anthropologie last year. They do them like every year around this time. It might already be gone, but if you can get your hands on one, I highly recommend. I have my laptop here because I definitely made some notes on this topic. I was actually going through videos on YouTube. I didn't want to make a repetitive video if, you know, this information was already out there. It had been done a billion trillion times, but what I found astounded me, astonished me, because honestly, I think I've been living in a little bit of a safe bubble. I think we all get to our little corners of the internet and forget that there are just places that are not as kind to people who may look like us, whether it's plus size, like a diversity perspective. In my media that I'm absorbing, there's diverse bodies and colors and any which way that you could imagine. But I have to remind myself often that not everyone's internet looks like that, and not everyone is as accepting as I think they are. When I was looking for inspiration for this video, I think I was really shocked at some of the things that I found, and some of it was older. I'm not trying to put any shade on, you know, creators or anything like that. Some of it was older videos, but also a lot of it was quite new. A lot of it was 2019, 2020 videos about styling plus size bodies or tips for curvy bodies, and I just think the narrative has changed so much, at least in my sphere. And if it's changed in mine, I'm hoping that it has changed in yours as well, and that you're also looking for an updated viewpoint on plus size fashion tips or plus size styling tips, because I am just really done with the old ones, to be honest. So these are my plus size styling tips, but spoiler alert, number one, I'm not going to tell you what to wear and what not to wear. That's just like first and foremost. We are not going to sit here and tell each other, oh, you're not allowed to wear bodycon dresses. I'm not going to sit here and tell you you can't wear white or to only wear black or stay away from patterns. Like, all of that to me is so outdated and such a weird concept of thinking about a person and how their creative and visual aesthetic relates to their body. Like, that's just so weird to me that they have to be cut off from what they think is fun or what they're drawn to just because of what they look like. I think that's really sad, and it's not something that I would ever recommend to you. Just so you know, if that's what you're looking for in this video, I'm not giving you like wear this or that or stay away from this. Like, that's not this kind of video, so you could click off if that is what you were looking for. Just thought we would get that out of the way. Step one is not me telling you what to wear and what not to wear, because everyone has a different body type, a different style, just a different presence in the world. I don't think that I can safely say like, oh, you can't wear white or you can't do this or that. Like, yes, some people will look better in certain things better. That's such a subjective thing. It's very personal to whoever's wearing the item. Like, you might think you look great in it, someone else might think you look bad, or vice versa. So I just feel like I have no place telling you anything like that. But what I will do, the real first step, which is I want you to identify what you think your style is. You need to find your style and find your vision for yourself first and foremost. So sitting in my closet, you probably don't get much of anything, just because I have a really hard time pinpointing my style. The most that I can really give people adjective wise, usually say like feminine and classic. I love midi skirts. This whole section here is midi skirts. I love feminine silhouettes. That's something that's very important to me. Other than that, I like what I like. I gravitate towards whites and pinks, polka dots. Those are the things that I think categorize my style. But you might be totally different. You might be like into a 70s kind of style, or you might be more of a boho, you know, very floaty bohemian kind of style. There's so many different avenues that you can go down. And I think the very first thing, just get on Pinterest, just start pinning, find out what you like. And it's really easy. Like, whatever ends up on that board, you'll start to see kind of a theme. If you don't, you're eclectic. Awesome. You're so cool. You have varying creative types, but if you see a thread, kind of run with that. Start using some keywords that you're seeing. You know, if you're pulling up a lot of more edgy, grungy styles, look for some keywords and try and really pin down what you like in these specific outfits. What about them do you like? Do you like the ripped jeans? Do you like the band tees? Like, what draws you to this style? That's step one. What do you like? And it's fine if it's kind of all over the place, but at least get an idea. If it's been so long, you know, maybe you've had kids, maybe you have just never grown out of like your awkward stage and you never had a chance to find your style or have like, you know, a style awakening. Nothing like the present. Like, it is time for you to find that. And that is like the foundation of any type of dressing and plus size styling tips. How is someone going to try and give you styling tips? They don't know who you are. They don't know what you like. They don't know anything about you. So I think that's like number one, first thing that you have to start at. And then, only then, after you know, kind of, you have a general good idea what your style is, what you're into, what you want to dress like, do I think you should start looking at your body type and how that affects the style that you've chosen. So for me personally, if I am looking more feminine classic pieces, feminine silhouettes, sometimes people say preppy. I don't like that because I feel like people instantly think of like vineyard vines and I don't know, a very specific thing. But like when I think preppy, I'm more of like a classic preppy, maybe like Parisian preppy. So if I'm thinking of all these little things that in my mind encompass my style, and then I try and relate that to my body type, okay, thinking about it, I'm an apple. Let's just get that out of the way. I have a very large tummy, very small boobs in proportion to my body. My boobs are very small. And then I'm wide on my hips, but I have a flat butt. So it's like I don't have a butt. So narrower, smaller on top, large middle and hip section. But then like my butt is small. So like my legs, I'm an apple. It's fine. Knowing that and then looking at the style that I've chosen. So if I like, you know, oh, I really like feminine classic pieces. Okay, so if you're thinking a lot of feminine things, usually feminine style and silhouettes, they try and draw in a waist. We want to make sure you really can accentuate your waist and see a nice S curve in a body. Cool, great. Say hourglass, whatever you'd like. If I'm doing that and I put on a skirt and a top and I'm like, oh, you know, this skirt is flowy and this top is flowy, so I'm not really getting the nice silhouette that I want, I would put on a fitted top, or I would put a belt on to cinch my waist. That is the way that I think that you should approach looking at your body type and then looking at a certain style. Guys, I'm going to read, basically I went online and I looked up outfitting and styling for apple-shaped bodies. This is the very first article that popped up, generally recent, it's from 2019, and this is what they gave me. So I only picked 3. This was a long list. This was like a list of like 20 different things. I picked 3. They put, draw attention away from your stomach. That's like number 1 that they put. If I was following that, I would not wear my slip skirts. I have a ton. They hug my body. You can, if I'm standing straight on in a specific way, no, you can't see the outline of my stomach. But if I bend, if I walk, if I move whatsoever, you're going to see the fact that I have a stomach. So I would not wear slip skirts if I was following these rules. And I would also probably not wear high-waisted jeans, because maybe if you're wearing a long shirt on top of your high-waisted jeans, but I'm definitely not. If you guys watch my videos, I wear crop tops with my high-waisted jeans, or I tuck the tops into my jeans. So yeah, I'm not drawing attention away from it. If anything, I'm highlighting it because I'm trying to highlight my waist. So yeah, number 1, failing. The next one, emphasize cleavage to draw attention away. When I tell you I screamed, I feel very uncomfortable with cleavage. It's a personal thing. Everyone's different. If you have a great chest and you like accentuating it, wonderful. Love it. I personally could not. I don't like V-neck tops. I go for square necklines. I go for crew necks or just like high necks. I really like mock necks and turtlenecks. I just really don't like showing off my breasts. That's just me personally. Yeah, that one's not going to work for me. I'm not going to draw attention away from my stomach by wearing a low cut top. And also, it's not like they're that far away. They're going to be looking at my boobs and be like, and there's the stomach. I don't think people are paying that much attention to me as they're having interactions. And the last one, which was the icing on the cake, choose airy, billowy materials. And the photo that they had was literally just like a woman with like really flowy pants and a flowy top, so you couldn't really see what she looked like below, but you knew that she was a big woman because like you could tell by looking at someone if they're a big woman. This is not gonna work for me. Again, I love silky, satiny materials. I like tight cotton. That's like one of my favorite things, like tight cotton t-shirts. That's my jam. And I love a thin woven sweater, you know, that accentuates my shoulders, that's like tight to my body. So this is just one example. I'm not eliminating color categories. I'm not eliminating any style categories just based on my body shape. I am taking my style, and if certain things about my shape or my, you know, physique I have to alter certain things about my style to get it to fit my body, that's what I'll do. But I'm not altering my entire image based on, oh, well, I'm an apple, so I can't wear that. That's just how I personally do it, and that's what I would recommend to you guys as well. Find your style, take into account the things that your body needs out of clothes or that you want out of clothes to accentuate your body, and move on. I really just had to say this one because I screamed. They really said, they had the audacity to say, buy t-shirts that are ruched in the middle. This will confuse the eye and you can't tell there's a big tummy underneath. They can't tell? Is this ruched top an invisibility cloak? Because if so, where can I get one? Oh wait, it's not true. Guys, just so we're all on the same page. I wrote this down because I want to just so we're all on the same page. People know you're fat. If you're on the same level as I am, if you know that you are a plus size person, it is obvious. You own it. You are a plus size woman. Mid-size, there might be some, variations where you can go either way. But if you are a plus size woman and you know you're a fat woman, everyone else knows too. You are not fooling anyone with hoodies, with ruched shirts, with anything. They see you. I see you. And I am so sorry. I don't want to cry during this. I am so sorry because I know I spent a great time of my high school and middle school career trying to hide my body and trying to, if I wear big t-shirts and hoodies, people, they won't notice. They won't notice I'm fat. Sweetie, if I could take your hand, they know. And your true friends, your true family, they don't care. They could give two rat's ass about what you look like. They know. And they love you despite that. So this narrative is so harmful. And imagine, do you really want to spend the rest of your life trying to trick the eye into thinking that you don't have a stomach? Fully dressing with the intention to hide a part of the vessel that carries you through life? Because I don't. I know people can see it. Do I care? No. I'm not going to say that I feel the most confident all the time in every single thing. But I would never recommend you guys to have your mindset focused on that and to go through life with that as your goal and that as your styling outcome that you want, is to trick the eye so that your stomach looks less big. Move on. Have a happy life. Go laugh with your family. There's so many more things that are important about you feeling confident and beautiful. That mindset, that way of thinking about it, I think is just very dangerous. And if you're in that, please reach out. Please, me or other people in the comments, please just know that you're more than your body, please. So this is the reason, that's why I said I do not feel like living and trying to hide my body purposely, if that's my styling goal, is to distract from a negative area. That's not the mindset I go into it. I'll show you guys a little bit later the mindset I do go into it with, but that's not it. Just throwing it out there, no matter how much attention I draw to my waist or away from my stomach. I have 50-inch hips, guys. 50 inches. It's fine. No one cares. So now that you guys have the foundation and you kind of understand, okay, you know your style, you understand your body type, and you know what needs to be accentuated and what you need out of that style to help you look your best. Great. The next thing that is a real tip for me is going to be, this is one of the only real tips, to be honest. You need to wear properly fitted undergarments and clothing. Not just the undergarments, and the clothing. As far as underwear, I'd go with the tried and true Torrid seamless underwears. This is not sponsored. I wish it was. I have about 25 pairs. The seamless black, they're perfect for everything. I wear the hipsters. They're great if you're wearing something tighter on bottom, so you don't see a lot of lines going on down there. Make sure to also get your right size. I, at one point, was a smaller size, had to, go up. That's completely fine. No one sees the number on the inside of your drawers unless you're under them. And if you are under them, they already know what size your drawers are. I promise you, they're looking at you. It doesn't really matter. As long as they're not digging into you, you really just need to make sure that they're just laying over your curves. They should not be, we all get red lines and stuff after a long day, but putting them on should not be a struggle. They should not be so big that they're slipping off. They really should fit your body because that is the foundation of your whole outfit. You can see the lines underneath your clothing if it's ill-fitting, and I think that ruins an outfit more than anything else. So fitted undergarments, Torrid, seamless, hipsters, or you can do the thongs. I'm a hipster person myself. And then as far as bra, I do the Torrid strapless bra and their t-shirt bra. I do one black, one nude in each, just so I have variation. And that basically gets me through everything. Those are all I really need. And when I say nude, like nude for me. Yeah, and then that works for most of the silhouettes of my tops and things, or a strapless bra for like square necklines and, you know, tank tops and things like that. And then t-shirt bra for literally everything else. When you're looking for bras, guys, if you are plus size, which you probably are because you're on this channel, make sure that you're getting bras that are designed with plus size bodies in mind. You need something with a little bit of a thicker band going around your torso. Otherwise, as you move, as you go about your day, things tend to kind of bunch up and roll up and they dig into you. And again, you get some really unsightly lines and it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable because it's digging into you and you're kind of adjusting it throughout the day and kind of like trying to pull it over your roll. Like, just get bras with a thicker band. I just prefer Torrid because it's easy. I know my size and I don't even have to try it on. I just go in and I buy it and I leave, or I order it. So, and then also, if you don't know your actual size and you've kind of just been guessing, there are so many charts online of how to measure yourself. All you need is a soft measuring tape. You can get little sewing kits at the Dollar Tree that have soft measuring tapes in them, and you could do it yourself. So you can just use the measurements that you take yourself, compare them to the size charts that you find on these websites, so you know your size and you can order. So there's no excuse, because I know it could be really awkward, like going into a store and having someone measure you, but that's not the only way. There's not the dark ages anymore. You can order your undergarments in silence. Oh, and also, if you're shopping at Torrid panties, I'm not saying that they last the longest. The seamless last the longest for me, but if you're getting the ones with like lace on the edges, I will say that your finger, especially if you have nails, I don't at the moment, but if you have nails, it's real easy to punch a hole through that lace, like real easy. So clothing wise, so when I say your clothing needs to fit, I don't care if it's a bodycon or if it's jeans, like anything that you wear needs to fit the measurements of your body. If it is too tight, no matter what the style, it just doesn't look as good. You don't look as put together. You don't look as polished as you could if the item is not to your right fit. And obviously there's things that are oversized for a reason. There's not generally things, correct me if I'm wrong, there's not generally things that are too small for a reason. Even like a little crop top that's like short for a reason, that's totally fine. But if it's like constricting you, you're having issues with arm movement, and I totally do this sometimes. Like sometimes we hang on to items after they no longer fit us the greatest anymore and we kind of make it work. But especially for core pieces you have in your wardrobe, you should really try to get things that fit your measurements today, now, not an aspiration measurement, not, you know, what you were in high school, especially not that. Let's stop comparing our bodies to our adolescent selves that weren't fully developed. Get the clothes that fit. Don't look at the size. I mean, you'll have to look at the size to get it on your body, but don't take the size to heart. Know that comfortable clothing will make you feel so much more confident no matter what the size is. And think about the last time that you wore something that was ill-fitting. You left the house in it. It was probably on your mind the whole time you were out in that. And that's the worst thing. And then the next time that you go to put something on, you're not going to reach for that. Your mind now associates that discomfort with this item, which it should. And you're not going to want to wear that again. And that's how you get pieces in your closet that have been there for years and that you haven't touched. And you're like, oh, why do I not wear that? And then you put it on, you're like, oh, I remember, this sucks. Just don't do it to yourself. Get clothes that actually fit. And also things that fit when you move. I mean, we all have that pair of jeans that, you know, this is a standing only jean, skinny face on, when you're wearing it and, you know, you just wear it for a photo. We have photo outfits, whatever. But if it is something you are actually trying to wear out in the world, make sure that when you squat, bend, move, walking and sitting are big. If you can't sit in the jeans without feeling like you can't breathe and like this is just the worst thing ever, they're not the right size for you. Or they might not be the right style for you. Maybe they are your size, and if you go bigger, they're too big. Maybe they're not the right style for you and you need to keep looking. So that's my main thing about clothes and fit. Just make sure they fit your body, you feel comfortable, so then when you're wearing a fire outfit, you can feel confident, because if you're not comfortable, you're not gonna be confident. But that's just like basic. If you are not comfortable, you will not be confident, and others can see that. They're like, oh, Jack is a little tight. That's when someone's gonna say something. What are they gonna say if I'm wearing a fire outfit and I walk in the room like, how y'all doing? Nothing. They're not gonna say anything. But if I walk in there waddling, trying to look my best and not mess up my outfit, they'd be like, oh, you really squeezed into that one, didn't ya? So just throwing that out there. And then the last thing as far as fit, I did put some shapewear on here. Totally optional. You don't have to wear shapewear. It's not a requirement at all. I just like having the option for certain things because sometimes it makes me feel more comfortable, which like we said, if you're comfortable, you're confident. And if I'm wearing one of my slip skirts or something that's more fitted, I feel a little bit more comfortable if I'm wearing a biker short. It doesn't even have to be like a full compression shapewear biker short, but just a biker short for coverage in case the wind blows or I have to bend down or something. If I do feel like I want to look a little bit more suctioned in that day, I know that I can put on shapewear and, you know, wear it that day and I'll feel nice and compressed throughout the day. So it's totally optional. It's not something I would say, oh, you have to do this or that, but it's something that you can add and have as kind of a tool in your wardrobe, into your undergarment category that can help you feel more comfortable and confident when you're getting dressed and styling yourself. And I will say that shapewear sometimes can help me feel more comfortable if a garment or a clothing item is already something that's completely out of my comfort zone. If I'm wearing a bodycon dress, full, you know, head to toe, really tight fitting, and that's not something I'm really used to, if I wear some shapewear, I might feel a little bit more comfortable because this is already out of my comfort zone. Let me just add this little extra element that's going to make me feel better. That's all. So we talked a little bit at the beginning about, you know, how I'm not going to wear something just because, you know, people say, oh, this is what plus size people should wear. This is what people with your body shape should wear. We're going to talk about what I will wear. I'm going to wear, say it with me, I'm going to wear things that I think accentuate the things I like. Again, very subjective. That's why I'm telling you, I can't tell you exactly what to wear. If I like this feature, I'm going to work on accentuating it and, you know, building outfits around it. So if I really like my décolleté, which I do, I love like my collarbone kind of area. I don't like my cleavage, but I like my décolleté. And so I might wear a lot of little dainty necklaces to accentuate that. Square neck tops so that, you know, that's the portion that's showing. So also I might be showing some skin up here, but it's not cleavage skin. That's just one example. If you like your legs, you know, you can wear skirts that accentuate the best part of your legs. You're like, oh, my calves kicking. Wear a little midi skirt. Wear something that cuts off like a pencil right below the knee. So that is the focus of your outfit. But do you see the difference here, guys? I really want you to focus on this difference. We are not dressing to hide or to draw attention away from. We are dressing to highlight, to accentuate, to show the feature you do like. Why waste time thinking about your gut? It's always going to be there. It's always going to be there. You're going to try and draw attention way high, do XYZ. Meanwhile, it's still there. And probably because you're making such a fuss about it, people are going to look at it, to be honest. But in the flip side, if we're focusing on the things that we like about ourselves, oh my gosh, I like my décolleté. And you're wearing all these beautiful necklaces and a square neck top with some puff sleeves that are doing a lot up here. People are like, oh my gosh, like maybe they're not pointing at your décolleté, they don't even know. But to you, you're like, wow, I have my best asset up front and center. You feel good about it. You're not thinking in the back of your mind, like when you're hiding something, if you're like, oh, I really hope they don't notice. I did this and this and this, but maybe they're still noticing. You're not even thinking about that because you're focusing on your good traits, your perceived good traits, guys. Stay with me. You're focusing on the traits that you find beautiful about yourself. Because I'm not going to lie, there's so many things about myself I don't find beautiful. But am I going to sit here and harp on them? Absolutely not. You want to focus on the things that you do like, find beauty in those things, find ways to accentuate those things so that you can move on, style, have a great time, find things that you like, and really get out of your comfort zone to do and find the visual aesthetic that you want, and go out there and do it. So I have an example here. So like, this doesn't just have to be like classic things. This can be trendy items too. So I know Y2K style is really big right now, like early 2000s. I don't know why they're back. I mean, again, each his own. But if that's your kind of thing and you're like, oh, but you know what? I can't wear low-rise jeans. I have a stomach. It's just not gonna work for me. I can't do Y2K. It's like, okay, that one element is not the only thing that makes something Y2K. So here's the old girl over here. I'm gonna put a little photo here. She's not wearing low-rise jeans. She's wearing like mid to high-rise, and she's still showing some skin because they always do that like low midriff thing, but she's doing it with her waist, which is a great feature for her. And then she's still doing the little open cardigan, which is so cute, and then throwing in with her accessories, her over-the-shoulder bag. You wouldn't look at this and be like, oh, well, that's not Y2K because she's not wearing low-rise jeans. It's like, it's obviously Y2K. And this is a prime example of someone having the style and having it fit around their body type, not staying away from it altogether because, oh, traditionally that's not my body type. You can make it work, you can tweak it, you can do whatever, and it's still going to come across and read the way that you want it to. And so with the stomach thing, even that, it's like, oh, well, it's the difference. You're still trying to hide the stomach with high waist jeans. It's like, there's a difference between accentuating a different feature and full on hiding another. If your focus, if your goal is to hide something and you are doing everything in your power to hide something, I'm just asking you to flip that energy and put it into trying to accentuate something. That's it. Say it with me, guys. Focus on the things you love, not the things that you hate about yourself. If you focus on the things that you hate about those that you love, or the things they hate, if your sister is like, oh, bro, my stomach, it's the worst. Do you just like focus on that about her? Do you look at her and you're like, girl, you need to do something about that gut? No, you don't do that. So it's like, why do we do that to ourselves? We're not giving ourselves the grace that we give other people, and we deserve it. So I told you guys it wasn't going to be what you expected, and I really hope that you didn't mind this long rambly style. I got a little emotional there in the middle just because I know how it feels. Guys, I really hope you understand. I know exactly how it feels. No one's perfect. No one's confident all the time. It's comfortable in their body all the time. But I promise you, if you spend more time focusing on the things you hate, you're not going to be moving forward. You're not going to be getting any closer to loving your body or to even accepting your body. Because I feel like people saying, oh, they love their body for everything that it is, that's great and I admire that, but I can't say that about myself. And I know a lot of people can't say that about themselves. So at least being able to appreciate your body and appreciate some of the things that you have goes a lot farther than focusing on the negative and harping on it and spending energy, putting your energy and your time into it. So I hope that you guys understand what I take away from this. Wear well-fitting clothes in general, undergarments, all that, and then focus on the parts of your body that you love and the style that you love. And I promise you, it's not going to be all the time, but it'll be more often than whatever it was before of you being confident and exuding more happiness and positivity with your style and the way you look and just feeling more yourself in your body. Because I feel like that's the thing too. With me personally, I felt just like total disconnect between my person and my body. And I feel like over the last couple of years, I've kind of bridged that gap a little bit and I feel more whole and more myself. And I think that's because I've kind of tried to change my mindset a little bit and focus on these things I do love and focus on the style and the aesthetic that I love. And, you know, try and hone that and like discover more, because just because I'm fat doesn't mean I can't have fun and wear cute things and be creative and do all these other things. And I just really want you guys to take that away from this video and to just don't let other people in this world, mean comments on TikTok, like whoever, I don't want you guys to let those people bring you down and to stifle your creativity and your you-ness. Like everyone is so different, and I think that's what's amazing. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if it was long and rambly and that I got a little but it's just something that's really important to me, and those videos really hit a chord. Like I hope you guys don't see them, to be honest. That's somewhere else we're not going to go right now. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you found any value from this at all. It really helps me out. And yeah, I will see you guys for the next video eventually. Please subscribe, like, comment, do all those nice things if this helps you at all. And I'd really like a discussion down below if, you know, you guys feel comfortable and you guys want to share and support each other. That would be amazing. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.